The Locker. Welcome to The Locker, Season 2, Episode 6. I'm your man, A. White, along with my man, V. Styles.
What's up, man?
Thursday, what's going on, man?
Man, watching the Lady Cats play, man. It's good to see somebody play a good brand of offensive basketball.
Yeah, man. You said that right, boy. Hold on. Let me get me right.
And knocking down 3-pointers. Open shots. Make open shots. You got to make open shots.
You can play defense all day long, man. That'll stop. Yeah, man. It's rough on them. What's the score?
29-22. 29-22 second quarter. Which is another thing. Damn, men need to get off their ass and get off of this damn half stuff. It's fucking ridiculous.
What you mean get off the half stuff?
Men's basketball is the only basketball in all of society that play two halves.
And what's the explanation for that, you think?
I don't know, man. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense. I can't call it. The only thing I can say is they don't want to be like the NBA or archaic. The damn shot clock is too long, too.
Yeah. So it's 10-minute quarters. How many minute quarters do the girls play? 12?
I think it's 10, isn't it? I'm watching. I can't remember. I don't remember what they got to be 10, right? It'll make sense because it's 20-minute halves, right?
Ooh, not really, because I would assume that it's 20-minute halves because you ain't getting as much break. But if you're taking a break every quarter, you could throw extra 2 minutes on there.
Yeah,
40 minutes. That's what I was kind of thinking.
You could.
Man, I had some Throwback Thursday information, man. I always get like a brain overload. Either one or two. I don't think about nothing before we come on, and I don't have nothing. And I just like let's talk about what's going on, or have a game plan, and then I lose my pad walking around the house getting ready. And so me and my boy was talking earlier today. Just want to find a little bit about your background, man.
Hold on. If BBN is not watching, you want to watch somebody make some shots, go watch the women's basketball game. Look, 3 possessions in a row, open jumper, knock it down. That's all I'm going to say. All right, I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
It ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Big Blue Nation deserves something to be excited for this year. Damn football team win. And I want to say something about that too. We on Throwback Thursday, man. We talked about Hal Mummy's team. We talked about our 1999 team. And you gonna say we went 4-4 in the SEC and said, "Oh, the SEC was down." Bull jive. Tennessee won the national championship in '97. Alabama went to Sean Alexander's last year was 99. They did something. Florida was always Florida. Florida had to win it. You talking about they was down. Man, Mississippi State was in the top 25, top 10 at one point in time. But, man, don't just be spewing out stuff just because you jealous or you dislike Hal Mummy or Claude Bassett. The illustrious Claude Bassett, I should say. Anyways, moving along, we got that out of the way.
Thank you. Oh, it is 10-minute quarters. That's why.
Okay. If you when you was a kid, we're gonna get to some NFL stuff, but I got a bunch of Throwback Thursday things I want to know because I want to see these people chime in. When you were a kid, did your parents ever take you to McDonald's or for us it was always Burger King, and be like the Whopper's 99 cents.
Right.
Or they'd be like buy one get one free, and I'm sitting in the back seat, and I always had to get my Whoppers cut in half because I couldn't eat the whole one. Like I just didn't like eating the whole. It just seemed too big, and so they asked me like, "You want cheese on it?" My mom be like, "No." She'd be like, "No," and I was like, "What? I want cheese on mine." And then she'd get mad because we had to wait till we got home and got the cheese on the refrigerator and melted on there.
Oh,
did you have to go through that as a child? I'm assuming you didn't have to go through that as a child.
No, well, first of all, we didn't. I didn't get to experience McDonald's unless we were going and eating there. So the choice of picking it up and coming on the way No, what? You never had a
Wow, Michelle.
Come on, Michelle. That hurt me. That
Michelle
paused me in mid sentence.
wow.
I had to stop in mid sentence. Wait, what? No.
Now, hold on. Now, if your family really doesn't allow that, and I'm not trying to be judgmental or anything, but if I wasn't born on a farm, but my mom was raised up on a farm. So if you kind of just ate, straight stuff like greenery, and maybe if you wouldn't have it. If your family didn't allow that stuff in your house, you wouldn't have it. Like some people never had candy before. But go ahead, my boy.
Hold on. I never had a Whopper. No, but so the food never came home when I was a kid as far as fast food. Back then it was like, yeah, it was McDonald's was equivalent to us going to Cheesecake Factory. You know what I'm saying? That was our outing, bro. That wasn't just like we're picking up on the way home. No, we going to McDonald's. We going to McDonald's and eat, go play in the playland, spend about an hour there. So a little different. No, I don't ever remember, honestly, until my sister came around, and she's 12 years younger, where we picked up food and sometimes brought it home. When I went as a kid, we always stayed there and ate.
Oh, at McDonald's. Our thing is I never got the chance to know because, like I said, I was raised up like it was all little stuff like that, man. You had to get something. Like I wanted like a cheeseburger or something, like a kid cheeseburger. And if the Whopper was 99 cents, then I had to get the Whopper. And I was like, man, I don't want that. I want nuggets. Like I just had to eat whatever. But our thing was Ponderosa. So I always thought Ponderosa was, I guess, equivalent to like Tony's Steakhouse to me. Right. So when I got older and, we came to college, and I don't know if there was a Ponderosa here at one point, I think, in Lexington.
I don't remember that.
But, the older I got, people make fun of it now. Like, yeah, Steve Harvey does it a lot because, it's kind of like a Cleveland. Oh, a restaurant or something. Okay. They all over. They used to be all over, but I was just like, man, I don't know. It's just Throwback Thursday. Me and my boy was talking about it. I was like, I wonder if we the only people who had to live like that. So I thought somebody else would chime in, but apparently Michelle ain't never ate one, so that don't help the study.
That's a staple. That's like you, dude. Like you said, that was a staple. Like that, there was no. If you didn't have the Whopper, was the one on discount. The damn double cheeseburger cost more than a Whopper. So it's like you said, my mom was like, "Nah, bro, you getting the Whopper." Now I was allowed to have cheese on it though.
Man, we ain't have Hardy. Oh man, speaking of we ain't have. Well, we might have had Hardee's, but it wasn't around Twinsburg, and it wasn't the thing we were trying to go to. Tell me this, Van, on Throwback Thursday. After you came, I don't know. You probably never really had to go to Cats, but I'm sure you visited Cats
for one semester.
Since he brought up Hardee's, after going to the Hardee's next door to Cats, did you ever feel like I ain't going to another MF and Hardee's?
Yep, exactly. So was Hardee's still open when you got there? Because it closed sometime when I was there.
No, yeah, Hardee's was open until
you left.
Might have been 99, 98 is when the pizza joint came in.
Okay,
but it might have been
Wow.
Wow. Dang. Well, see. Dude. Dang. So nobody had to be treated like me. Nobody treated like Stella White treat you.
Dude, that was what Greg just put was like where my parents grew up in Woodville, Mississippi. They didn't have a fast food joint. You had to go to Natchez, which is like almost an hour away, or you had to come to Baton Rouge, which was an hour away. And then when they got a Sonic, I think they got a Sonic when I was in high school. Bruh. Sonic must have made $1 million because that joker was packed every day. Those stalls, those stalls. I'm sure the people who ran those roller skates had to change roller skates every year. Cause dude, it was like the best restaurant in the world came there.
See, your people must be from like my dad from Meridian, and he say my mom. I've never been there, but my mom said, man, it is backwoods.
It's not backwoods anymore, but yes, it used to be.
No, where they live is like where they live was up in 2000s. Like I think they had houses back, like they own this big area.
Uh-huh.
And like they just never built like it's trees. She said you got to drive back in some trees and like this little shack. Like they got little shacks and stuff. But they all moved from down there. But
Yeah.
Said it was still country back in the 2000s and whatnot.
Really, still country too. Okay.
They was still cutting firewood when I was in college. They had to go down and cut firewood for the stove, not for the stove, but for the heater.
Yeah.
And I think my grandparents passed soon after that, but my dad and all them had moved up north already. So, but I wanted to get back to that. Then we're gonna get to the sports.
Okay,
but this is relevant because the Hardy thing for the Cats is that's campus life.
Whoa! You need to tell the people what Cats is because they like Wildcats. What does that mean? You got to explain what Cats is.
For academic and tutorial services that the athletes use. It's called CATS, but it's the Center for Academic Tutorial Services.
So CATS back, I don't know if it's still there. CATS back in the day was at Memorial Coliseum. So you had to walk all the way across campus to get to study hall. And I'm gonna tell y'all something.
The male sports did, the female sports didn't.
Right. But if practice lasts like that time where Coach Kerr started practice over, and you had to get the Cats, dude, that was another workout. That was and no one took it. Now remember, I'm just remember that too. We didn't have cell phones where we can call our tutor and say, "Look, we had practice late." There was no talking. You had to just get there. You had to find a way. And dude, that wasn't fun. I'm glad I only had to do it for one semester because I did not like that.
Well, good thing you didn't, because me, Fillmore Wester, Dietrich Harrington.
Wow, T-Bone.
We come there.
God, you just said a dude. You just put with that. God.
So we like, man, we got 15 minutes for our tour. Let's run next door and get something. You want some? Yeah, I'll come with you. So we hustle around the side. We don't, the drive-through is on the same side as Morris, so we had to hustle around and run through the door real quick. And dude leaned up against the door with a square, taking a couple drags, just leaned up. So we go around him. We boom, boom, boom. We flying through. We kick the door open. He catches the door behind us and walks in behind us. Dude, this MFer right behind us walks right into the register and said, "Can I help you? What do you want to order?" Man, I looked at him, and Fillmore, he just shrugged his shoulders like, "Man, we might as well." Like, I guess apparently, basically, they do this stuff if we don't see it. So
snap.
He took one last drag, man. And ever since then, I was like, man, I've always been scared to eat at Hardee's. I've always been like, damn, man. Good thing that back then only cigarettes was popular. Ain't no telling other stuff, man. But
dude, that place was terrible. That place was horrible, man.
Bad example, especially for kids, man.
Dude, that place was absolutely horrible. Greg said that his person was a Burger Queen. What the hell is a Burger Queen?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What the hell is Burger Queen? So it's not quite Burger King. It's the female version of Burger King.
Maybe the people who owned it were female or whatever, or maybe they were like, man, I ain't giving them credit for this. Yeah, and that way they probably didn't have to pay no other taxes or whatever for using the franchise.
And that sounds like Coming to America at McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Burger Queen.
So
it was all the lowercase letters too, so they couldn't.
Man, so you brought it up before, man. We're talking about this boys basketball team, man.
Yeah, man.
man, I'm kind of concerned, man, about Cal, man. If it seemed like he been in the media every day making statements about it, like he can't figure this out, and like there's a lot of different things. Oh, he said that's long. It's a lot of different things, man. I'm just trying to figure out. Last game, I didn't get to see the first half all the way. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm gonna watch it before Sunday's show. But apparently, the announcers kept saying B.J. Boston was going off. And was he going off because he was taking a lot of shots? Was it within the offense?
I would say he let the game come to him more. He still couldn't buy a 3-pointer, which I'm still shocked that he can't buy a 3-pointer. He still can't buy a 3-pointer, but his mid-range game and his hustle, seemed like he was into this game more. No, he shot I don't know what his ending percentage was, but he played well. The thing is, we just can't hit a shot. I don't care if you are Phil Jackson, Popovich, Red Auerbach, Pat Riley. If your guys can't make open jumpers, dude, it is. I don't know how many points Auburn usually score, but I guarantee you they score way more than they scored against us because they were throwing up 3-pointers. What's that?
We played Georgia.
I mean, we played Auburn the game before. Yeah, you're right. Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
I would guarantee Georgia usually score more points than they scored against us in Auburn, both of the last 2 games. But we cannot buy a bucket.
Here's the thing, man. We got some of the best athletes on the court. I mean, some of the best athletes young athletes that college basketball has produced, or that's available. Put it like that. Why do we have to worry about them making shots? Like, why not get to the bucket? Why not get inside the lane? But secondly, like I said, I was looking at an article earlier today, man, and Larry Vaught had an article out, and downtown Dale Brown, 2-time defensive player of the year, was saying something about their defensive style. Larry Vaught agreed with him, but some fans had a laughing emoji on it. Like, I don't know, maybe they think the team is laughable or whatever, but the paragraph he wrote about what was wrong with him. But the one thing he said that I always say is the effort on the defensive end usually brings you offense. It can typically bring you offense. If you put enough pressure, turnovers, you get back before they set up. Maybe we need to go tempo. But everybody keeps saying we can't knock down the shot. But why are we running plays at this point to still knock down the shot? To me, that's what killed us in 2010. What was the first year, 10 or 9? I don't know, because they overlap like that. Yeah. So 9 and 10, John Wall and team against West Virginia. They set up for the damn jumper too much. You got 2 all-pro NBA players in the backcourt, and we shooting jumpers. Yeah. Like, you shouldn't have to. I think that's the big thing, but I don't think that's tough to. I really don't think that's tough to coach and effort. Well, but if we keep going to, man, we can't knock down the shot. We shouldn't be shooting that many damn jumpers.
Right. But here's the deal, right? If you from the games that I watch. And the games, and I can only really talk about one guy in high school because I can't talk about the other ones because I didn't really watch them. Boston cannot get through the contact. That really is it. He cannot get through the contact. And he's long, he has a size, but when he tries to get around someone, like in high school, he can put that offhand. You put that offhand down, you get low, and then you get around him. Right? He can't do that anymore. The guys are just too big. And he can't turn that corner. I think that's the difference. Like for him, here's the difference. I don't know if you remember watching KD in college. I don't know if you watched him in college.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
KD couldn't get to the hole either in half court.
Pull up on you.
Right. That's the difference. That's the difference. He was automatic from that. Dude, I bet you he was probably 80% from the elbow. If he got to the elbow, it was bucket.
Range.
Right. And Boston did that this game. When he got that 15-footer, it was nice. That 3-pointer it ain't hitting like it was in high school. It's just not. I don't know why, but it's just not.
It's funny. Michelle said she called him Little Spud Webb. I can't remember what his name was either. But
Walker, right? Walker? Was it Walker?
So the real little bitty dude, man.
Yeah. 5. They have this at 5'10", but you know he's about 5'8".
Here's the thing. Get to Ann's thing. Here's the thing about that. You know, you talking about how tough it is for you know, you just said Boston. Like I don't think Sarr is getting positioned. I'm aware he feels better outside of the block, but when the ball go up, I think you still could be able to make an effort because Jackson ain't the biggest dude, man, but he get a little physical. And if you're not physical enough to get rebounds and get position, man, just squirm around these people. He's starting to get better if he gets the ball outside of the lane. He got a nice little spin move, a little hook inside the lane, might try and go up and under on you, but it's not consistent. Like it's not consistent. So if you work half your offensive play clock to get him the ball down there, it's tough. Like to waste so much time. Now you got 6-7 seconds, and he still ain't got position. But the thing when she said about little dude, the past 2 or 3 games we played, little bitty, we played Mississippi State, was it? Yeah, I think it was Mississippi State.
Earlier, the game, I think that was the first game we won.
First game we won after the streak. But all these young and even against Auburn, all these young teams keep on just going at our guts, like going at our heads. Like I'm not the point guards, the smaller guys, like they are going right at us. They ain't caring, and so I think they either smell blood, in the water, or the word is out that these dudes ain't just mentally or physically tough. And that part of that could go to the COVID and not having the strength and conditioning training that they need, or even to practice against each other to get used to figuring out how to get around, you know, people and get to the lane. But I just don't like they keep saying, man, we ain't knocking down shots, man, because I don't think that really has to be something that we, you know, that we have to survive on, man. Whatever happened to them Rick Pitino days, man, and where you just go out and play aggressive defense, man, just hound the hell out of them. No, I don't think they want to do that because it takes too much work. Maybe it might be the AAU circuit saving the energy for the offensive end.
Well, I'm gonna say this first. The guy from Georgia's Wheeler. SARS isn't. Look, Jackson is better down low because Jackson got that down low heart mentality. SARS doesn't have. I don't care how big you are.
SARS, man. Stop calling them SARS, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, that's just bad, man. SARS. Taking off air.
Well, you plan? No, I don't do that. I'm not gonna do that. But so he doesn't have that game. He doesn't have a low post game. He's a face-up player, period. And the thing about it is, are we deep enough to press? Do we have 9 players that, because when you press, dude, that's energy upon energy. Now, that's how you get easy buckets, but you are expending a lot of your tank playing straight 90 feet. I'm not saying that's not something we should do, but I'm just saying it's not easy. So I don't know if Cal feels like his bench is deep enough to press. I think they should press too. I think they should at least play 3-quarter soft 1-2-2 or 1-3-1 something, just to make them eat up some clock to get across half court. Do something.
I see.
But they don't have no problem on defense, though, Ant. That ain't the problem.
Shit, me. Who the last person that asked you to guard it, that stop? He might get in the passing lane every so often, and that's probably because he's trailing the dude in front of him. Man, Askew, man, they just be going by him, man. They just go by Askew. They really go by all our guards pretty decent, man. Not pretty decent. But the only problem is we got them trees in there. So once you get in there, Jackson and SAR sometimes, especially I like I want to call him Wade, number 55. Where? Yeah, I like, man, when you get in the block, man, them dudes active. People don't like Ware because his IQ don't seem as high, but like you asked me last week, man, you talking about what kind of player. Man, just give me somebody that's hungry, that's going to go out there and hustle and be aggressive. I'll put you in position where it's going to be effective. But, just putting guys out there because they're supposed to be able to shoot or they're supposed to be able to drive and they not doing it, I don't know. I just really don't understand what's going on.
Dude, it is tough when you go 1 for 13 from the 3-point range. Your guy who you start goes 0 for 2. That's supposed to be his specialty. And I don't know. I don't know who your shooter was in high school, but if coach puts me in to shoot, I'm fucking shooting it. I'm like Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, I'm a shooting guard. I'm shooting it. That's why I'm in there, right?
But you sound like you was on an unsuccessful team. All my years in high school, we was top 5 in the state. We typically won it. My last 2 years, 1 and 3. 1 year, 1 and 3. The point was, in middle school, we weren't even allowed to shoot 3-pointers. We weren't even allowed to.
Oh.
In high school, by the time we got to high school, everybody already knew we was attacking the basket. And like I said, you got a center that's 6'8", and he get the ball out of the basket and run the court. But we did press a lot.
Okay.
But our press was not the kind like you saying where you got to play the whole court and then play. No, we was if we don't get 3 or 4 turnovers in a row, which we typically do, if we wasn't, we just come out of it. Because there's a couple teams that might break it once, we go right back to it. Then they exert so much energy trying to get up the court, it came away. But I just don't like the idea of trying to force people to shoot, man. If that happens, I don't think you're doing something right, man. We need to change our plays.
But Ant, hold on though. If I'm guarding you right,
same 3.
If I'm guarding you right, and I know you can't shoot, but you have a chance of going by me, I'm giving you space. I'm not gonna let you drive by me.
Yeah.
And honestly, we really ain't got. Dude, it's so much. I don't know what to say because, like I'm gonna say, like I've said before, I watched one guy on this freshman recruiting class, and what I saw for him was a certified baller. And he comes to campus during this pandemic, and he's not. So I'm dumbfounded, bro. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked at the fact that we can't hit an open jumper.
Why you surprised about what's going on with Brandon Boston when every time I bring up Skal Labissiere, all of a sudden, well, he not doing Cal, Cal want him on the block. He want to play on the elbow. He want to face up too. He don't want, because I watch Scals. If you watch Skal at UK, and I guess the only other time you get to watch him is in the NBA if you look at his highlights in high school, I mean AAU or whatever tournament circus he played on, man, dude could fill it up, man. Dude can dribble, can hit the long, deep jumpers or whatever else. I can't read it.
Yeah, it says Drew A not quick enough, needs work. Dude, look.
Ask you.
Look. Boston is in the position. Yeah, you're all right about Skal. Skal is a little bit different though. He's allowing.
Yeah, go ahead and mold the conversation to fit your.
No. But what I'm getting that you're trying to say is Cal not put him in a position like he had in AAU or high school. That isn't the case for BJ. BJ's in the position. He's not making the same. He's not doing the same thing he did months ago, 12 months ago, or whatever. Whenever high school ended, he's not doing what he showed in high school on this level. Now, obviously, it's a jump, but he's on the wing. He's getting the ball. He's taking shots. It's not like he's not taking.
Yeah.
It's just not going to the rim. Shit.
Yeah, you're right, man.
No.
You're right, man. That's why I really just think he needs to get back to the grit, man. Just like Ann said, man, just get back to the grit. Because like you said, maybe he's scared. I really can't say scared. Fear ain't really the thing, but he might be just too concerned making mistakes. Because here's one thing. When's the last time you seen somebody lose a game on an inbound play?
Oh my God.
Layup for the game.
I've seen it.
That happened to us a couple years ago, didn't it?
I've seen it. I've seen it a lot.
But he said didn't he say that middle guy was out of position when he came down the lane? Somebody had his back turned to him. It may have been Jackson, or it was a
Jackson was guarding him, but that was I don't want to say it was a drag screen. That was a little bit of a screen. Dude, Jackson hit the ball. Like, he almost stole it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, I don't know, dude. That one.
And why we give up on the play is my thing.
Who was the guy who was on the outside? It was somebody who should have dropped. Dude, one thing I don't like, and I don't know if I was just coached great at this in middle school and high school, is our awareness of backside, help side defense is absolutely embarrassing. And I actually saw now you're getting, because I talked to my sister a lot. I moved my mic. Kentucky women who were they playing? Vandy last game, and it was past. Someone drove right. Owens came up and stopped. Tat was on the opposite block. Instead of her coming to get under the rim, right? Because the helper helped. Now you got to get under the rim to protect the goal because no one's protecting it. She stayed on the opposite block. The girl passed it to Owens' girl. Who's helping Owens when Owens comes and helps you? That's supposed to be the opposite person. So she doesn't come, and then Treasure is at the elbow who doesn't also drop. Like, that to me is like simple rotation. Like, I don't understand. We're not learning simple help defense. Because I coach, and people ask me, and I don't know, AAU, they play a lot of zone, right?
Yeah.
And people ask me, why don't you play zone? I'm like, my man is really zone if you really think about it. I mean, it's not, you call it matchup zone, whatever. But if you got help side, that's basically zone. Why I gotta play zone? You know what I'm saying? But dude, no one, I can't remember who was on the other side when the guy caught the ball and the ball got tipped by Jackson. If he would have came down, he wouldn't have made the shot.
It was two people in the lane, but they was bumbling over each other.
Well, Boston was on the ball. He turned around. Then Jackson, but that third guy that was basically right. If he would have dropped,
yeah. I don't know. I guess there really ain't no answers for it, man. I just feel like, I don't know. There ain't no answers, man. I think you got a couple different things. The only thing you really could do, man, is one of those things where if your team ain't physical in football or in basketball, when them coaches bring out the football dummies and beat them up, not beat them up, but getting them used to contact, like playing through. Don't let it frustrate you. Get used to, playing against contact. Shit, Michael Jordan had to go through that. Man, they used to bust Michael Jordan up. When the Pistons was like, man, once they started seeing that Michael Jordan was laughing, was smiling when they was knocking him to the ground,
it was over.
Yeah, they said, he walked to the free throw line smiling. It's shit. What we gonna do next? But I thought we talked about
Tennessee Dump-Fire.
We can't talk about the doggone basketball team no more because there ain't no answers for them.
That's what I'm saying. We keep that short and quick.
Bring the football the pass out. I thought we talked about Tennessee last week.
You thought it was good about it.
You thought it was a good thing. I thought it was a bad thing because I'd rather just keep on beating up on them. Like I said last show, if they replace these dudes that's here that we got now, Pruitt in them, which they are doing now. Now what if they bring somebody good? What are they looking at now?
Dude, I don't look. Hold on, I'm gonna say this though, right? This is the one thing. Tennessee football isn't what it was when we were playing.
No, hell no.
So therefore, who's gonna want to go there? Are they really still a top-notch program? And what I mean by that, it's not that they're a bad program. Is it a program that can steal a coach from somewhere else to come coach there? So, for example, are you gonna get who can I think of? Who's a good coach? Can't think of a good coach. Can you get
Mark Stoops?
Okay, good one. Can you get Coach Stoops to leave Kentucky to go to Tennessee? Can you get Jimbo Fisher, like back in the 90s, late 90s? Can you get Jimbo Fisher to leave Texas A&M and come to Tennessee? No. Are you going to be able to get
Tom Herman?
Tom Herman's not coming to Tennessee.
If ain't nobody come. Ooh, how you like Michael Leach?
He's getting his money. I'm gonna say this. I don't think Mike Leach will leave Mississippi State to go to Tennessee. Lane Kiffin damn sure ain't leaving to go to Tennessee. Look, I want
If
you
they bring Lane Kiffin back, they dumb as shit. They bring Lane Kiffin back, they dumb as shit.
You are not.
Oh yeah, I heard that too. I did hear Hugh Freeze.
I don't think Hugh Freeze. Well, I guess Hugh Freeze would go because now but when you are a coach, right? Hugh Freeze is putting up numbers at Liberty. He's proven he's a winner. Ole Miss has improved their program tremendously as far as resources. Lane Kiffin's in such a good situation right there. I don't think he's gonna leave there unless it's for something huge. It's got to be like a life changer. There's no difference. Being in Oxford is way better than being in Knoxville.
I ain't never been to Oxford, but if it ends in Mississippi, I ain't putting no money. It's better than too many places in America.
But it's right. It's not far from Memphis, though.
How far is Knoxville from Memphis?
That's on the other side of the state.
Wow. It is a long, flat state. Long east and west wise.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this. Tennessee used to have facilities that were hard to pass up. They had resources that was hard to pass up. Now Kentucky has those same resources and amenities, and you know what I'm saying? It's just not. I just don't see it. Hold on. If Tennessee would not hire Greg Schiano, how can they what's the word I'm looking for? How can they get Freeze? How can they I can do the word I'm looking for. I don't see it. If they couldn't hire Greg Schiano because the fan base got all up in arms for the stuff at Penn State. Huh?
You said they be scrutinized? The word you look for scrutinized?
How are they going to justify hiring Freeze when they couldn't hire Schiano? And Freeze on the phone with a I don't know what the word I'm going to say, with an escort.
Okay.
Cheating. No, I'm just saying. If you have that moral compass with Schiano, how can you deviate for Freeze?
What did Freeze do again?
He cheated, first of all.
He cheated in the game or on his spouse?
With players. No, players.
Okay.
So
he just got caught. You mean?
Yeah.
I think everybody got a little dirt on their hands.
Right. No, I'm not saying, but what I'm saying, that to me is not as big to me for the Tennessee justifying getting them as much as the escort deal. like what did Schiano was on the staff, right? He wasn't involved in it. He was on the staff. And the fans was like, we can't hire him because he was on the staff. So if he's on the staff and got scrutinized, how can you not scrutinize the head coach who was fraternizing on the phone with escorts? I just can't see how they can do it. Because if they do, I would say I would do it. But then if they do, people are gonna come down on him for not hiring Schiano for the indiscretion that he didn't really do. But you're gonna hire this guy.
They came out and said that, but that's another thing. They also your boy is stepping down too.
Yeah,
he was the one probably with the moral compass that was saying, no, we can't do this. Now they like, man, bring the sleeves bags in here. Let's go. Like whoever. You gotta think, man. They gave Petrino, they gave Petrino another chance and two. And
that's someone that they can hire.
Huh?
That's someone that they can hire.
I thought Petrino messed up again.
I don't think so. That stench is a little gone. He has been Febrezed out. He's had enough time for Febreze to set in. But Hugh Freeze just had his indiscretion a couple years ago. Was that 4 years ago?
Was that the recruiting class? The number one recruiting class?
Who freezes?
Yeah. No, who got the number one recruiting class out there at
I don't know if it was number one, but it was way up there.
I think it was number one. It's number 1 or 2 in the country.
Okay, that was him. Dude, he brought in some ballers.
Yeah. And they went for the man. They beat Alabama, I believe.
They beat them, yes. He beat them back-to-back years.
Hey, the best players money can buy, boy.
I think so. I'm pretty sure they were. See, but Greg, here's the thing though. Back in the day, when Tennessee was able to pay more than everybody else, sure, that ain't the case anymore. Look how much money
now.
Huh?
Why can't you pay them now? You saying back in the day when you could pay everybody, why can't you pay them now?
No. It's not that you can't pay them, but the differentials between Tennessee and Missouri isn't as great as it was when we were playing.
Yeah.
I mean, all the coaches are making 4 or 5 million. So what, you're gonna pay them 10? I mean, if you pay them 10, someone will probably come.
You might be able to get the right one in here for about 6 or 7. Who else they paying over there? What's I can't remember his basketball coach, man.
Look, guy coached at Texas, can't think of the name right now. But here's the deal, right? Is if they're gonna pay you a lot, are they gonna give you a budget for your assistants? Right? So if they pay you 8, are they gonna give you enough money to counter that with hiring a great staff? I don't know. Yes,
wait a minute, man. A player smoking a bong on Facebook is not. I mean, it's under his watch, and he has to do. We don't know how they punish him. He could have made him just run gassers like crazy, but that's not. I don't count that on him. I don't. See, you got to think. We had a player. We had a UK basketball player in there with a hand pocket full of money. Talking about twerk something. He was talking about. And I think it could have been real money. Ain't no telling, but.
There were a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff that went on when I was at Kentucky that people don't know about.
You can't go ahead, man. I'm all ears, man. You can't bring
no. I'm not. No, I'm just saying there was some stuff. He said, "Boo."
Come on,
no, man, I can't. No. If we had a Patreon and I can do this off air, yeah, I would. Yeah, but no.
Who's it involving? Who's the coach?
No, it's players.
Ooh.
No,
T. Martin ready for that? T. Martin ready for the big league?
No. T. Martin ain't ready to be an offensive coordinator. There are only it is hard being a leader of an entire team. It's hard.
Brad White got the background for it.
I don't
like Brad White.
Look, I don't know. That's the toughest thing. That's tough, man. It's like it is easier to manage one side of the ball, right? Like you can easily manage your side of the ball. When you have to manage both, then you got to carry on all the other extracurricular stuff that goes on being a head coach now. All the people pulling on you, asking for interviews, all this other stuff. That's when it's difficult. And it takes a special person, man. That's why you only have certain coaches. That's why you have your Nick Saban, your Dabo Sweeney's. That's why damn Kirby Smart hasn't done anything at Georgia.
Which I don't think he's anything about.
Dude.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about?
Anthony. Me and you can coach Georgia by ourselves. No other assistants. Just me and you. You handle offense, I handle defense. We handle practice, everything, just me and you. We can do that on our own and still win 7 games in conference. 7 games in the season. That's all.
They went to the playoffs.
Anthony, listen to me. There's so much talent in that dude. Do you understand the recruiting classes that Georgia gets? Dude, they have not done anything different than Mark Ritz under damn Kirby Smart. It's the same damn record and the same damn outcome. It ain't no different. We can go there and coach and win 7 games.
I don't think you're giving the man enough credit, man. I'll see after this year. We'll revisit after this coming up year. I don't think you're giving the man enough credit. It's hard to do what he's doing. I mean, how many people in the SEC out of the coaches? How many coaches you think in the SEC got better record than him overall? And I understand you're gonna say because he got the best talent, but that's the same thing. The same thing when you start arguing about Calipari and basketball, people take all that away.
No, I'm just saying
SEC championship.
I'm just saying that there are only certain amount of. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. Maybe let me rephrase that. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. All I'm saying is there's only a handful of great coaches.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if you can get a great coach to go to Tennessee and turn that program around.
Kirby Smart's been to 3 straight East titles. What you call it? Say he won. Greg won. I wonder why Greg's so worried about Tennessee. He won't T. Martin down there, so he can he can stink up Tennessee like he did us.
T. Martin isn't. Look, just because someone played at UT and they coaching, don't mean they're a good head coach.
That's true. That's a damn true.
I'm just saying. Just because
we have a player here that coached here too.
Who?
Then we have a player here that coached here.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, just in general, right? I mean, look, I'm
gonna have to divulge this conversation with people so they'll know why I always say stuff like that. I have to talk with people so they'll be like, man, he awful rough on him. I'll give them the background sometimes so they'll know why. Man, you punch me in the gut, I might not say nothing, but best believe I'm gonna stab you in the back.
I just look, what has T. Martin done to prove to you that he's head coach material?
Yeah.
What's that? What has Jason?
He don't coach Garantano, does he? he ain't the quarterback coach, is he?
I don't know. He should be receiver coach, right? I don't know. They changed these guys.
Did they move him up to OC?
No, I think he was OC at USC.
They gave him promotion at Tennessee, though. Check it out.
I hope not.
Check it out. He might have been that. He might have been the OC that gave us all them pick 6.
No, he's assistant head coach, wide receiver coach.
Assistant head coach. That might have been the
dude.
What's up, Louis?
What's up, Louis? He ain't that. I'm just telling you. He was OC at USC and wasn't great with unbelievable talent. You know what I'm saying? Just because you played there. Like I hear people talking about Jason Witten. What if Jason Witten proved to you that he's gonna be a great head coach? I'm not saying
they grooming him to be one, though. They grooming him to be one.
I can't say he can't be, but what has he proven for you to go pay him $6 million off of no history? Now, back in the day when you were making work, what's that?
You know who should try to be a coach, and I don't know how much money he's making?
Okay, who?
Now, Tony Romo. He seems to be good at explaining the game to you and breaking it down into chewable chunks.
But Anthony, he travels once a week.
Oh, like I said, I don't know what the money look like.
Right, 18. Dude, he's making millions of dollars in a broadcast booth. He travels 18 weeks. He's at home in a week. He ain't got to go recruit some kids all over the country. Dude, he is living a life. There's no way you can get him. He's making too much money doing what he's doing. I just can't see it. But you're right. He would be. He has. It seems like he has the acumen to be a good head coach. I would definitely agree with that.
Did you just hear that noise in my background?
Nah.
A second ago? Man, punk ass. I know this damn punk ass Alexa device is being dropping in because that's the noise it makes when I'm talking to my mom and it drops out. It just made that just out of the blue. Like I'm done listening. Man, punk ass device. Hold on. But listen. All right. So while we on the pro sports we didn't get a chance to talk about the playoffs, NFL playoffs. So this is what I want to know. We're gonna talk about the players, but I want to know this. Talking about Romo, Jason Witten, and other people. Do you think what's the likelihood if Aaron Rodgers doesn't win? Because he talked about on ESPN today for a long time that they didn't already got his predecessor lined up. Like
now connected to valued customer.
There you go.
You think Aaron is the type of asshole? Because I don't like because I think he's an asshole. You think he's the type of asshole to be like, no, I'm out of here.
No.
Like y'all try to replace me.
No.
Some people saying that they think who was that? Schefter. Said Schefter act like he got something up his sleeve. He act like he think Aaron Rodgers is upset with him. And if things don't go right, man, like here, y'all start playing the youngster. I'm gonna chop myself around. Ooh. And it might be another thing is I see you celebrate, but real quick, I think the other thing might be the Bill Belichick thing too. If Aaron's hot right now, I can give me a whole offense and defense for Aaron. If the guy they got to replace him in the future is anything that they think he gonna be, you get rid of Aaron while he hot.
Okay. First of all, I don't know why they drafted Love. He ain't that dude. That's the first off. Second off, Aaron is still under contract next year, so he ain't going nowhere next year. I think he's gonna put them in a trick bag with what they're gonna do with this, with how they're gonna handle his exit, or are they gonna trade Love? Dude, he's too damn good, man. He's too damn good. And I just
why would you when did they draft Love? First round, second?
First round, at the end of the damn first round, like a dumbass.
Like he wasn't going nowhere anyway. So.
It makes no look. And Ben, since I played for the Bears, I like it when they make dumbass decisions. But at the end of the day, you gotta think, man, I want the NFL to be still good, man. Like enjoyable to watch. And why would you waste a draft pick on a quarterback? You could have got anybody late. You could have got a freaking free agent. Dude, seriously? It makes no damn sense. Now, I know they had, what was that, the year before last, where Aaron got hurt and they was stuck in a trick bag because they didn't have nobody who was a capable backup. But still, it makes no sense. And before I carry on, the reason why I was celebrating is because we got a baller on the women's team, and Ryan Howard, that when she gets an open jumper, you know what she does? You know what she does, Anthony? She knocks it down. Then we get a steal. We get a fast break. You know what she does? She finishes. Players, man.
Players. Huh? She working with Kraft. Dude, I know. It was a dude from Lexington. I don't know if y'all know Elton Scott from well, you might not know. He played with Anthony Epps in high school down in Lebanon. What the hell name was the damn school? Lebanon, whatever. But and he said he was working out with them. It was in like some pro-am or whatever he was working out when he said, man, everybody got done running and stuff. And it was like, man, we about to go to the bar, man. We go grab some drinks. We about to go do this shit. KD was like, go ahead, y'all. And they said he stayed in there for a couple more hours, man. They said they left and went back to the hotel or whatever and said KD was just coming back from the gym.
Yes.
So if you want to get better, man, here's the other thing. No, it ain't Scott County.
Let me see if I can do some research.
I know that it's going to come to me in a second. 11. Where did Anthony Epps go to high school at? Well, it ain't that big of a deal.
Lebanon, Marion County.
Marion County. I kept wanting to say Mercer, but it's Marion County. Yeah. But you know it was funny? We watched the game the other day, man. And I don't know if they give the announcers notes to go by. Like we come on here and I go on Sunday. You know, we have a little pregame. You know, sometimes we have pregame, sometimes we don't. But all they kept talking about was Boston staying in the gym to 2 a.m. or whatever. And I was just like, I think somebody and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. Why is it just not coming up on week? Were we on 15, 16, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing this? If it were me, dude, when Hal Mummy brought the air raid offense in, we stayed on the jugs machine. I'm talking, we had come on, man, let me use it. And if back then we had the money we had, now you would have to have 3 or 4 of them. Like
Right.
you would have had that 3 or 4 because we stayed on. Man, they go. Man, I go do tennis balls or something else. Come back out, get me some more in because you just want to. I don't want you to have no reason not to put me in the game. Or when my number is called, I don't want to have no reason I can't come through. But it's just kind of crazy they kept on pointing to that. I don't know if they thought they was doing him justice or not by saying, yeah, he was the last one to leave at 2 a.m. or something like that, like really late. I guess it was 2 a.m.
Well, whatever it did, he was 9 for 14 from inside the 3-point range the last game.
That's the same. So why don't they talk about you think the Derek Willis experiment is over?
Derek Willis.
Not Derek Willis. I was thinking about a local player, man.
Allen?
Yeah, Dante Allen.
I don't, dude. It is. Don't talk about that, because it bothers me so much.
It's over, huh?
That whole situation bothers me so much. It irks me so much. It irks.
Why is so much pressure or attention on it?
Yeah, it's like I'm just be honest with you. Coaches make fucking mistakes. That the hardest thing to do is to coach a team. You don't know. Like I'm gonna keep bringing it up. Dan Mullen played down Felipe Franks in front of Kyle Trask for 2 years. But my thing is, right?
Kyle Trask ain't really no world beater, man. He ain't gonna translate. All right, go ahead.
I'm not saying anything, but he was better than Franks, though. I'm not saying he's a great. He's better than Franks. That is not debatable. He was the better
RPO. Maybe they was gonna do something else with him.
I don't know, dude. But whatever. Franks, look, if they were in the same class, if Franks will get hurt, Trask might not ever see the field. But whatever. Here's the thing. What I'm saying is that, and it's hard for people to really understand this. Coaches are not going to do anything to not try to win games. Now, their definition of what they want to win games might be not what you like, but it's not personal. It's never personal. They are wrong. I'm not saying I've seen coaches wrong all the time. I played for a coach that I think was wrong with the way he handled some of the players in this room. Sure. But he didn't do that out of spite. In his eyes and his mind, he was doing the right thing. That's all you can do, right? And it wasn't like he talked to us and explained to us why. We might not agree with his reasoning, but he explained to us why such and such was playing. One thing was he trusts such and such more. Look at the film. Do you see him out of place? No.
Right.
Does he make plays? Probably not as much as the other player who's out of place, but the other player when he's out of place is a freaking touchdown. So it's like, I can't trust you, right? And a player who he's talking would be like, oh man, fuck that. That don't make no sense. I agree, right? It makes sense. But what I'm telling you is coaches play and they do what they think is best for the team to win. They are not trying to lose freaking games.
I don't think they're trying to lose. I don't know if they already do what's best for the team to win, but
in their eyes, that's what I'm saying. Their opinion, they're trying to win games. I mean, are you telling me Coach Kerr wasn't trying to win games?
Playing Tim Couch running the option wasn't your best option to win? Billy Jack was probably your best option to win if you're going to continue to run the option.
No. Hold on. Here's the thing, right? Whoa, Greg. Who is this bag up? Who are you gonna put in front of Morgan?
Was he there with Max?
I think Max was young at that time.
No, Heartline one.
Mike. Again, look, everybody wants to put in the guy behind him. That guy behind him better be sure of fire that's gonna make a difference.
He came at the same time as Jalen Whitlow.
Who did?
Morgan Newton. Hey, Greg, are you the one who told me? Greg, are you the one who told me you was watching the Cats warm up and you seen Morgan Newton throw a pat and go?
You said that. You said that. That was not me. You said that.
No, I'm talking to Greg.
Oh.
I think Greg may have been the one who told me he seen that happen.
You throw a pat go out of bounds?
He threw it in the stands. If I was in the stands, man, come on. Oh man, we can't be doing that, man. We don't beat up.
Look, I'm just saying. I want people to understand that.
Greg said that. I didn't say that.
I know. If you really think coaches are doing stuff just because, especially now when they're making $4, $5, $6 million, do you think that they want to lose that? No.
See,
it's crazy, man.
But
I'm gonna tell you something. I think it's Allen. I'm gonna tell you something. If I'm a coach, if I went down the road of being a coach, it is no way. Now y'all can say all the shit y'all want to talk about me and how bad, blah blah blah. But I'm going down on my ship. I'm going down on my eyes. Not going down on somebody else's eyes. I'm going down on me. Me. And if I fail because I saw someone else being whatever, then okay. Then I can say at least I did my best and what I believe. I'm trying to win games, man.
Last show, or was it last week? Last show, I think it was last week. Last week, you beat the hell out of Hal Mummy. And you mean to tell me them movements he made thought was going to help the team?
Of course. No. Hold on. I said Hal Mummy was a bad coach. That don't mean he wasn't trying to win. I'm not saying he wasn't trying to win. I'm just saying he was horrible at being a head coach. That's all I'm saying.
Henderson County's own Will Fiddler, yeah. He was one of the backup too. He led us to a win. Will Fiddler played? I don't know. When did he play?
Tell me, because that name does not ring a bell.
He's a little bitty, little scrawnier dude, man. Back then I like Ryan Mosikowski, but they ain't never give him a chance to play, man. And he went down to the Little League, man. First game, threw like 500 yards, 500 or 600, like back-to-back games. But
and then what?
He could spin that rock. I mean, I guess everybody kept on saying, "Look at your boy Ryan now." Like he could spin the rock, man. But if there's nobody else doing nothing with it, man, go ahead and put me somebody in there who do it. You acting like you don't know the facts, man. Like you wasn't here when Mo Williams was benched for Ray McLaurin, or it was just a lot. It's just been a lot of decisions. I'm saying I see it happen. Like Hal Mummy made decisions I know you can't be making if you want to win.
Hold on.
You can't make it.
But Anthony, this is what I'm going to tell you though, right? We can disagree with it, right? But the thing with some of these stuff is when a coach says he can be absolutely wrong, right? I'm not saying coach is always right, but if a coach because my coach said you had to practice on Wednesday. If you didn't practice on Wednesday, you didn't start. I didn't start a lot of games because of that. When a coach tells you got to be here during the off season, or you're going to have to pay for it, and you don't come in the off season, there's going to be a penalty, right?
But you can't do that. Huh? But you can't do that. I guess you really can't do that. It's not mandatory. Off-season practice wasn't mandatory.
No. Again, I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is not right. I'm not saying it's not necessarily right, but what I'm saying, when a coach has a vision and wants his players to do this, especially when it's his first year there, and he wants his player to come in the off season so they can learn his new offense, right? Mm-hmm. Form some cohesiveness, and you decide that you want to do something else, which could be right for you, doesn't necessarily mean it's right for that coach and that team. You're gonna get penalized. It's not right.
Tell the MFer when it ain't going good, then don't put me in. No, stay with the MFer that stayed all summer.
You right, but hold on. But you're trying to. Here's the thing. This is what I say: the difference between college and the pros. That said player want to get to the next level, so that said player had to eventually come back and play, right? And when that coach finally, I don't want to say prove this point, that said player got to play, right?
No, coach improved his point.
No, in his eyes, he proved his point.
Yeah.
That's why you have some great coaches and some bad coaches, right? It wasn't that Coach U wasn't trying to win. His method was horrible, but he was trying to win, right? That's all I'm saying. That same way with Saban. Saban has said he doesn't treat every player the same. And the players respect him for that because they know he's going to treat them to the best that can help them get to what their potential is, right?
That's true. Yeah.
But some coaches are damn hard asses and won't freaking bend.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But either one, they both are trying to win games, though. They're in their mindset, the best way to win games is to do it the way I feel. Now, the way you feel could be detrimental to you actually winning games, though.
Yeah. Nah, I get you. I get you on that, man. I don't know how we got off on that doggone tangent, but before we go, man, we ain't make no predictions for the playoff. Before we go, real quick, before you make your prediction, we're talking about Throwback Thursday. Have you ever went into a fast food joint and asked for water and got Sprite because it looked the same?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you ever
been too bougie for that?
No. In the back, look, dude, So I had a cousin and we lived on opposite side of towns, right? So we used to ride our bike to each other's house. In the summertime, you got nothing to do. So Burger King put those fountains on the side of the building away from the cash register. So cash register is facing north and the phone machine was facing west. Let's just say that, right? So, but they had a side door that you can get in and no one can see you get in. Not the back. So we used to get up there and fill our water bottles up with Sprite. Because if someone came out of car, we just said, we just getting water.
That is hilarious, man. But that's cool. But all right, before we go real quick, man. It's playoff games this weekend, man. Who you got? You got Patty or the youngster? Or you got the GOAT or the baby GOAT?
I don't trust Josh Allen with the game on his shoulders. If Patty plays, Patty wins. And Aaron Rodgers, that game, dude, I never thought this until it happened to me. My last game with the Bears, it was December whatever, right? It was like 15 degrees. It was under 20 degrees in Chicago. In Tampa, it was 70-something. Bro, when we got to Tampa, we almost died. that sun at noon, bro, right on top of the stadium, bro. People were crap, dude. You can't imagine how hard it was for us to play that game. We got skull drag. Can you imagine Tampa coming out of 70-degree weather going to 20-something degree weather in Green Bay?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be nice, man. It ain't gonna be nice. So the Ray A-Rod.
Tom done played in New England. Tom done played in New England. Gronk done played in New England.
And they always had the freaking game at home.
Yeah, so they used to the cold.
Huh?
So they'd be used to the cold. Ain't they playing in Green Bay?
Whoa. That's only one player.
That's true. Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk isn't the player his contribution this year isn't what it used to be. But I'm just saying, there's players on that team that ain't never been to something like that before.
Yeah. Well, so you got Aaron, and depending on if Patrick plays, then you got Aaron against Patrick in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I got Green Bay against Kansas City, even if Patty doesn't play.
Is it any way to hold Patty out? Patrick,
is there any way? Yeah. Yes.
Because Andy Reid the coach, or you think? No. Andy Reid is a player's coach. Like he gonna do his best for the player. Yeah, Andy Reid ain't gonna just let him.
No, it is if he has to pass an independent test by an independent doctor, so he could not play. Yeah, man, Greg, I'm not a big Geno's East fan. I'm I'm gonna say I'm probably more Lou Malnati's, but Giordano's is really close. I don't know. See, that's a tough one. I do either or. I do both. Giordano's and Lou Malnati's are my spots. If you're in Chi-Town.
Well, it's kind of cold out there. We ain't gonna be going now, and we have come to the end of the show once again, my friends. Thank you all for joining us. Catch Van Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 Eastern Standard. Quarantine with Styles.
Yes, sir.
Talking is talk. Otherwise, you can catch us back here on next Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Always.